Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, and by a minute I mean like 3 months since the last time I have posted. So much has happened in my life, and I originally was going to do like a chit chat makeup video, but I just found that it would be really hard to be fully transparent, not skip details, and do my makeup. And I haven't really done a lot of makeup the last few months. Yeah, my life has it's just been like all over the place. So I was like, I feel like I need to do like a full reset. And since it is a new year, Happy New Year, guys. I wanted to just kind of take this time, reflect a little bit on 2020, give you guys some updates. I want to talk a little bit about some goal settings and just little things that I plan to do this year, how I plan to stay motivated as well. I've been having like a lot of anxiety when it comes to this video, just because there's a few sensitive topics that I wanted to talk about, and I feel like I can completely skip over them and just kind of go back into creating content, but I just didn't feel right. I feel like this is part of my healing and my journey to just kind of put it out there, say it, and continue the process of healing and just kind of growing throughout this life. So that's the reason why I wanted to make this video, because a few friends had asked me, they're like, you really don't have to like explain yourself, or you don't really like owe anyone an explanation, which I also understand, but I kind of want to talk to you guys because I know that there may be other people struggling with this or going through this, and to know that you are not alone is something that was really important to me. And also just have a conversation. I feel like everyone has spent so much time kind of just like in their own zones, especially me. Like I just kind of was doing like a lot of internal work. Also, a lot was going on in my head. I have been going through a lot, and I need to like purge it, get it out so that I can have a clean slate and start over. But yeah, like today I was like, I'm gonna do my makeup real cute. Today was the day I was like, okay, it is time to tackle this. You got this. I've just been writing like little positive quotes all over my planner just to give myself the motivation, because it has been really hard to just sit and have this conversation with you guys, to kind of let you know where I'm at. And I also feel like I wanted to do some of the work away from social media. I think that was really important for me. I didn't want to like be back in front of a camera. I didn't want to have to perform or be fake happy or smile. I just needed to like be in my zone, be in my space, feel everything that I was feeling, all of the horrible emotions that were going on, get to a place of a little bit more clarity and peace, and trying to come out on the other side of that with a clean slate in a new year, and just trying to be better this year. So yeah, that is basically what this video is about. I won't be like doing any like makeup or anything. So if you are just here for a tutorial, definitely check out my next one, because I'm gonna get back into creating content very, very soon. I just wanted to sit and have a talk with you guys. So when I sat down to do this video, I literally just sat down with my notepad, and I was like, okay, what's everything that I want to talk about in this video? Because there's a few things I'm going to touch upon. So much has happened in 2020 that I don't want to do like a full recap, but I do want to talk about a few little things. So one of the best things that happened in 2020 for me was my little sister moving to Jersey. She moved to Miami when she was 7 with my mom and her father, and she was there since she was 18. My mom moved back like a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, and my sister has decided to relocate to be closer to my mom and I, which has just been so amazing having her close. My sister is one of my best friends. I love her so much. She's 12 years younger than me, but we just have so much in common. We have the best conversations. She's hilarious. So it's just been really nice having her around, especially this time that we've been spending in the house. So of course, COVID has basically affected everyone on the face of the earth. It has been very difficult. There is just this collective trauma that so many of us have felt surrounding COVID and all the loss. So it's just been really, really hard. But in that, I still wanted to try and make the best of it. I really wanted to find like new and creative ways to just kind of connect with friends and family. And that was something that I was able to achieve this year. There are so many apps, Zoom, Skype, that you can like connect virtually. You were able to meet outside, like outdoor dining, or like meet at a park. So I feel like everyone was really creative with the way that they were seeing their loved ones. So that was something that was really, really nice, despite how tragic the numbers for COVID have been. Also, something else that I was able to do that I don't always, and every year I'm always like, I love the beach. It's one of my favorite places. And I did not go to the beach more than like once or twice, living in Jersey. And it's only like an hour and a half away. And I really made it a point this year to like spend time. I love going to the beach, just like the sun, the sand, like the ocean, like everything. It's just, I think it's like the Pisces in me. I just love being near the water. So since no one was able to travel, we actually spent some time down at Jersey Shore, and we also drove up to Martha's Vineyard, which was really nice. That was probably one of the highlights of the summer for me, just because I got to spend some time outdoors. I did a little bit of like nothing like crazy hiking, but I got to do a little bit of hiking, which was really nice. And I walked a lot more just because I spent so much time like in front of a computer or like creating content. I don't really get out much. So being able to just be outside and like connect with nature has been amazing for me. So that was also something that really helped with my mental health, because my wellness journey is something that I really needed to focus on. And I feel like for the first half of 2020, like I feel like I was doing okay. Like I was staying like motivated. And the second half of 2020 was just like terrible for me. So like I feel like for some people it might have been inverse, or the whole year was like awful, or like half the year, whatever. But for me, like I feel like the first part of the year I was like okay, and then I started to get like just really antsy about being in the house, really like just super like anxious, and then like down, and I was just having a lot of emotions, didn't really want to be around anyone. So towards the middle of the year, I would say maybe like August or September. And this is where I'm going to talk about something that's a little bit more sensitive. So I do want to give you guys a trigger warning. So if you are very sensitive, maybe you can skip forward maybe like a minute or two. And yes, I just want to give you guys a second. So the topic that I am going to be talking about is pregnancy and loss. And that was something that I did experience in 2020, which was awful for me. So I did find out at the end of the summer that I was expecting, and I was so excited because this would have been my first child. And then I go to the doctor and I found out that I was having twins, which was an absolute shock for me. But after like just kind of like ingesting all of that and like digesting that, okay, I'm gonna go from not having any kids to having 2 kids, it was something that was really exciting. I read a lot of articles about like just twins and like the bonds that they have. So I got very, very attached to the idea of being a mom. And it's something that I've wanted for so long, but just kind of being really dedicated to my work and just always putting it off, and it never being the right time. Although it's never the right time, but I just felt like in the last few years it wasn't. I was kind of like growing in my career, and I just really wanted to focus on that. But after everything kind of slowed down, and then we had this amazing blessing, Walter and I were so excited. And during my, I believe 9 week, I don't remember the exact time, but I went to the doctor and I found out that I did my makeup really nice so that I would not cry. I found out that both of the fetuses no longer had a heartbeat. So it was a blow. It was definitely really hard for me. And I just kind of like spiraled. My depression got really bad. In case you guys didn't know, I do struggle with like chronic depression. And this was probably one of the hardest things that I've ever had to go through. Also because my body didn't like expel everything on its own. I didn't even know that it was happening. I literally just went to the doctor for like a normal checkup just to like, just get an update. And then I found this like soul crushing news, and I had to get something that was called a DNC. And that's where they go into your body and basically like clean out your cervix and everything. I wasn't expecting it to be like very painful because I was put under, but like after like a few days, I was in a ton of pain. So on top of like the emotional side of it, the physical side, I was also like really going through it. It was like a 2-week healing process, and I just really got in my head. I really feel like I lost my sense of direction. I was on this like onward path, and basically anything that was thrown at me, I could, kind of deal with it. Like some things kind of were little blows here and there, but this was like massive. This was like someone dropped a bomb into my life and everything just kind of exploded. I became very isolated, just like in my home. Like I did let a few of my close friends come see me, and they were amazing. Everyone was so, so kind. I posted this on social media a few weeks after, and the support was, honestly, I don't know how I would have gotten through it without my loved ones, my friends, people sending me so many like beautiful messages, the comments, DMs, brands, friends and family that sent me flowers. Like, thank you guys so much. Like I have said this on Instagram, I did thank you guys, but I wanted to also thank you here. My agents, like everyone was so amazing, so patient. Like no one made me feel like I had to like rush and get back into it. And that was something that I will forever be grateful for. Like I had a few deals that were, everything was pushed back. Like I was given time to really just process what was happening, because I knew that it was a possibility. Because anytime, you get pregnant, like there's always a possibility something can happen. But I just truly did not expect anything to happen. Like I was just like, it's my time. It's my time to be a mom. And the fact that it was not my time was just a very hard blow. I am obviously not super, super young, and I am getting older, and women unfortunately have this biological clock that kind of hangs over their head. So that's something that I also had to keep in mind. Sorry, I really said I was gonna try to not cry through this. After that entire chunk of 2020, that happened later in the year. This happened in October. But after that, like I wasn't sure if I even wanted to come back to YouTube. Like I couldn't even, like I couldn't look in the mirror. Like, I don't know. It was just like, I just needed everything to be like shut off. So many things were going on just like in the world. We've all shared this collective trauma. If you live in this country, there are so many things that have happened throughout the summer, throughout the fall. We're still going through it. So no point in like really like diving into that, because we have all lived through it. Unfortunately, it's very tumultuous times in this country. A lot of things are being brought to the light, and it's just really terrible. But thank God a new year is here. A new president will be inaugurated, and hopefully things will begin to change in a more positive direction. I really feel like the country is very divided, and I hope that we can start to kind of heal and move on from that in 2021. So in addition to the world falling apart and my personal life falling apart, life has to go on. And that's kind of where I was. Eventually, I got to the point that I was like, okay, you have to get up from this. Like, and I wasn't sure, like, if I was, going to be, like, it was just terrible. And if any of you have experienced that, I'm so, so sorry. And my heart is with you guys. And yeah, it's something that you really don't wish on your worst enemy, guys. So please be really gentle. If someone that you know or yourself is experiencing something like that. Also, try to not be dismissive of people's feelings, give people time to heal. That was one of the biggest things that I was most grateful for. It's just the space that everyone gave me to just kind of go through my process, even Walter. And I know it was also very difficult for him. And we both had to kind of give, each other our space, even though we lived together, just because he had his way of processing and I also had my way of processing. So after like a few weeks, I was trying to do like little stuff here and there. I had a huge project that I was working on in 2020, which I will be sharing this week. And I'm very excited. So in the midst of all of this, I went and had a photo shoot, which I'm so glad that I did. It really got me out of my head. I played around with my hair a lot, my makeup, everything. It was just like, it was such a fun shoot. I'm glad that we were able to do it. And I'm also really excited to share it with you guys. And a little bit further into the year, one of the best memories of 2020 was that Walter proposed to me. Look, guys. Yes. Babe made it official. After 9 years of being together, we are officially engaged. And everyone's been asking me, they're like, oh, when are you going to start planning? When are you going to start planning? I was like, I'm just going to enjoy the fiance phase for a little bit. I don't want to like dive into planning and doing like a million different things. But that is something that I will be looking forward to in 2021 is planning my wedding. And I'm actually leaning towards destination. It's the only thing that I knew that I really wanted was destination. I'm not like dead set on it because like, it's just crazy. We don't know when, things will go back to normal. So 2021 for the most part is out and I'm considering 2022. Hopefully things will be a little bit more stable by then. So that was amazing. I also shared a photo dump on Instagram and I shared some of my highlights through the year. And that was something that was really special to me. I wanted to try to not focus on all of the craziness that happened, but that was one of the things that I wanted to focus on. Something else that was so amazing was I celebrated my first full year as a homeowner. And that's something that I never take for granted. I'm so excited. Every time I'm like, oh my God, I have a yard. Let me go outside, especially during 2020, just to be able to like get out and get some fresh air has been something that's great. Just having like my own space, being able to like stretch and like be upstairs or like downstairs in the basement, like filming or creating content or whatever. Just being able to like have that like space has just been like a godsend. It has been amazing. Now, a few things that I wanted to focus on in 2021. So every year I come up with a word and I really try to like implement that word because I don't really do resolutions. I'm trying to set more intentions for the year because I feel like resolutions are like, I'm gonna go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week and then we don't go to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. That falls off by like February. So more so setting an intention, like having a better lifestyle. It's something that you can work towards every day, but it's not this like rigid schedule of how you're going to be successful. And that's something that I wanted to do this year. So I really want to just like up my game when it comes to social media, being more connected to you guys, just talking and communicating more, just having more topics to talk about because I love makeup so much. It's one of my favorite things, but there's so much makeup out there. Literally, I'll do like a million tutorials, but I want to connect with you guys more. So my word for 2021 is flourish. I feel like I have all of this knowledge and all these things that I want to talk about. But I'm like, oh, let me do a review of this new palette, which is amazing. And I'm still going to do those things. But I really want to dive deeper. I want you guys to get to know me on a more personal level. I want to get to know you guys as well, which is the reason why it was so important for me to like sit and film this video, get everything that I needed to say out. And now I can kind of like take that deep exhale and kind of look towards the new year and be really excited towards it. I do have a few projects that I'm working on this year, some things that I want to bring to life, which has been something that I've kind of been like doubtful, not sure if I can like pull off, but I think this year I'm just going to go for it. If it fails, it fails, you know, but at least I know. And if it flourishes or if it takes off, that is something that would be so rewarding and amazing for me. So those are some of the things that I just wanted to set. I wanted to be more consistent. I wanted to be more intentional. And I want to be more dedicated. So I just really want to like hone in on my skills, also build up my skills, because I feel like you can never stop learning, and really just be a better version of myself. That's all I can really do. I want to heavily focus on just my wellness journey and my mental health, and really getting to a place where I just really want to be happy. And I know that's such a like cliche answer sometimes when people are like, oh, like, what do you want? Like what, that's my thing. I just want to be happy. I feel like I've spent so much time really struggling, really in my head, really doubtful of myself. I've struggled with low self-esteem. I've hit rock bottom a few times, and I want to implement healthier habits and things that allow me to be more productive, and things that allow me to believe in myself and to lift myself up, because I feel no one is going to build the life that you want for you. You have to build that life for you. And it's my time. It's my year to flourish. And I hope that you guys are also really investing in yourselves, in your mental health, in your physical health, just overall, just being a better person, being kinder to people. I feel like that's something that we can all do, you know, and even if just, I feel like I'm a very like nice person, but sometimes like I just go out into the world and I like shut everything off. I listen to my AirPods or whatever. I really want to like send that kindness to somebody else, like pay it forward. I feel like sometimes I get really shy and I just like kind of like avoid everything. I'm like, let me just put my AirPods on and like do what I have to do. But I feel like we're all just kind of becoming not desensitized to feelings, but kind of. That's something that I really want to work on, just communicating more with people, because I feel like social media has made us a little bit antisocial. I'm also kind of antisocial as is, and I feel like social media has really amped that up in 2020 as well. So just reconnecting and digging deeper and just really putting into play the plans, making the ideas that I have come to life, because I have so many ideas, so many things that I've wanted to do, and then here comes doubt. So just really kind of pushing that doubt away and trying to just show more of myself. So that is something that I'm working on. Please let me know in the comments if you like these more chit-chatty types of videos. Obviously, this topic was a little bit heavy, and they all won't be heavy. But I do want to have some real conversations. I want to talk to you guys. We can brainstorm. I just want to give you some of the tips that I have just to help you guys be better, feel better, kind of plant maybe a few seeds, pour into you guys, something that I'm really going to focus on this year. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'm excited to be back. Can't wait to create some magic in 2021, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.